Have you ever wondered where the legend of the werewolf began? It's a story much older than Hollywood films, a chilling tale from ancient Greece that has nothing to do with a silver bullet or a full moon bite. This is the story of Lycaon, the very first werewolf, a man whose arrogance led to a terrifying curse. Imagine ancient Arcadia, a rugged, mountainous kingdom ruled by a powerful and respected king named Lycaon. He was a devout ruler, known for his piety and the many temples he built in honor of the gods. But over time, piety curdled into pride. Lycaon began to question the very beings he once worshipped. He started to wonder, are the gods truly all-knowing? Or are they just powerful beings who can be tricked just like mortals? This seed of doubt grew into a dangerous obsession, and Lycaon focused his skepticism on one god in particular, Zeus, the king of Olympus, ruler of the sky and thunder. Lycaon devised a plan, a test so blasphemous, so horrifying, it would either prove Zeus as omniscient or expose him as a fraud. One day Zeus, disguised as a humble traveler, decided to visit Arcadia to see for himself if the rumors of the kingdom's impiety were true. He walked among the people, and as divine signs began to reveal his true identity, the common folk fell to their knees in worship. But not Lycaon. The king watched with a cynical smile. He saw this not as a divine visit, but as the perfect opportunity to spring his trap. That evening, Lycaon hosted a grand feast in honor of his mysterious guest. The halls of his palace were filled with music and laughter, tables groaning under the weight of food and wine. He proclaimed, "Let us see if this traveler is a god or a mere mortal." Behind the scenes in the palace kitchens, a dark and terrible act was being committed. Lycaon had ordered a macabre dish to be prepared. He mixed human flesh, some say from a prisoner or a hostage, into the roasted meats that were to be served to Zeus. As the platter was brought before the disguised god, a hush fell over the hall. Lycaon watched intently, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and arrogant anticipation. Would Zeus eat it? Would he be fooled? But Zeus was not a mortal. The moment the dish was placed before him, he knew. An aura of pure, unadulterated rage emanated from him, so powerful that the very stones of the palace seemed to tremble. The music stopped. The laughter died. In a flash, Zeus's disguise melted away, revealing the majestic and terrifying form of the king of the gods. The sky outside the palace ripped open, and a bolt of lightning, a spear of pure, white-hot energy, struck the feasting table, incinerating the blasphemous meal and shattering the hall into chaos. Guests screamed and fled as the palace burned around them. But for Lycaon, Zeus reserved a special punishment. Death would have been too merciful. As the terrified king tried to escape, fleeing into the surrounding wilderness, Zeus's curse took hold. A horrific transformation began. Lycaon's screams of defiance turned into guttural howls of agony. His clothes were torn to shreds as his body twisted and contorted. His bones cracked and reshaped, his spine elongating. Coarse, gray fur sprouted from his skin, his nails hardened into sharp claws, and his face stretched into a lupine snout, his teeth becoming deadly fangs. He was no longer a king. He was no longer a man. He had become a monstrous fusion of both, the first werewolf. Condemned to roam the forests, his human mind was trapped within a beast's body, forever tormented by an insatiable hunger for the very flesh he had dared to serve a god. Lycaon, the man who tested a god, became a living, breathing legend. A cautionary tale passed down through generations, a chilling reminder of the consequences of hubris and the thin line that separates humanity from the beast within. His story echoes through time, the original howl in the dark that sparked our darkest fears of the werewolf. So the next time you hear a story about a man turning into a wolf, remember Lycaon. It wasn't a bite or a disease that cursed him. It was his own pride. He dared to challenge the divine, and in doing so unleashed a nightmare that has haunted us ever since. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the dark corners of mythology, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales from the ancient world. See you next time.